You're listening to the N2K Space Network.
Most security conferences talk about Zero Trust. Zero Trust World puts you inside. This is a hands-on cybersecurity event designed for practitioners who want real skills, not just theory. You'll take part in live hacking labs where you'll attack real environments, see how modern threats actually work, and learn how to stop them before they turn into incidents. But Zero Trust World is more than labs. You'll also experience expert-led sessions, practical case studies, and technical deep dives focused on real-world implementation. Whether you're blue team, red team, or responsible for securing an entire organization, the content is built to be immediately useful. You'll earn CPE credits, connect with peers across the industry, and leave with strategies you can put into action right away. Join us March 4th through the 6th in Orlando, Florida. Register now at ztw.com and take your Zero Trust strategy from theory to execution.
Today is January 21st, 2026. I'm Maria Varmazis, and this is T-Minus.
T-minus 20 seconds to LOS egress. Go for deploy. Roger roll.
Orion Space Solutions has been awarded a follow-on contract from Advanced Space to support Phase 2 of the Intelligence Advanced Research Project Activity Space Debris Identification and Tracking Program.
4.
NASA has selected 3 new science investigations for the Commercial Lunar Payload Services Initiative.
3.
Starfish Space has been awarded a $52.5 million contract by the U.S. Space Force's Space Development Agency to provide Deorbit-as-a-Service for satellites within the Proliferated Warfighter space architecture.
2.
Canada Rocket Company has emerged from stealth with $6.2 million Canadian dollars in seed funding from entirely Canadian investors.
1.
Swiss to 12 has secured 73 million euros in financial support from ESA member states through the HummingSat ARTES partnership project.
0.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you're having a good week and getting yourself ready for all the fun and excitement of Commercial Space Week in Orlando if you'll be joining us there. We will be there next Tuesday through Friday at the Convention Center, so if you're going to be there, come on by our booth and make sure to say hello. We have merch. Anyway, we're starting off today's intelligence briefing in Europe, who are once again rallying behind a commercial company to drive sovereign capabilities. Swiss to 12 has secured 73 million euros, which is around 84.8 million US dollars, in financial support from ESA member states through the HummingSat ARTES partnership project. The funding will accelerate Swiss to 12's development of HummingSat, as well as scaling up its manufacturing capacity and accelerating new product innovations. The company says these initiatives address increasing global demand for cost-effective, agile, and sovereign communications in both government and commercial sectors. The HummingSat platform is being developed in partnership with the European Space Agency. It's scheduled for first launch in 2027 and is significantly smaller and more cost-efficient than legacy geostationary satellites. This new investment will also allow Swiss to 12 to further develop its phased array antenna technologies to be used on board LEO, MEO, and GEO satellite payloads and ground products, such as user terminals. This will strengthen Swiss to 12's ability to serve a broad set of customer needs for communications from and to geostationary and non-geostationary orbits. And we are seeing the trend of sovereign launch and manufacturing capabilities extend to Canada as well. Toronto-based Canada Rocket Company, which will be known as CRC, has emerged from stealth with 6.2 million Canadian dollars in seed funding from entirely Canadian investors. The company says the funding will support its mission to deliver sovereign, medium-lift space launch capability. CRC wants to position itself as an alternative to SpaceX's Falcon 9 with the ability to independently launch, place, or maintain complex spacecraft, like satellites, at scale. CRC plans to initially design a light lift vehicle to meet tactical launch requirements and establish an industrialized foundation for the medium lift vehicle. The startup says that it hopes its presence brings Canadian aerospace talent back home and is hiring for engineering and technician roles in Toronto, with some remote positions in Canada available. Moving to the United States now, and Starfish Space has been awarded a $52.5 million contract by the U.S. Space Force's Space Development Agency to provide Deorbit-as-a-Service for satellites within the Proliferated Warfighter space architecture. The contract represents the first dedicated end-of-life disposal mission for a LEO constellation. Starfish Space will build, launch, and operate an Otter spacecraft in low Earth orbit to safely and efficiently dispose of SDA satellites at the end of their operational lives. The mission begins with an initial deorbit, with options for multiple additional deorbits, enabled by Otter's significant capacity and ability to service several satellites in a single mission. The mission is targeting launch in 2027. NASA has selected 3 new science investigations that they say will strengthen humanity's understanding and exploration of the moon as part of the agency's Commercial Lunar Payload Services, or CLPS initiative, and the Artemis campaign. American companies will deliver these research payloads to the lunar surface no earlier than 2028. And the selected scientific payloads are: Number 1, the emission imager for lunar infrared analysis in 3D, known as Amelia 3D. The payload will create 3-dimensional thermal models of the lunar terrain using a thermal imager to measure the temperature of the landscape, coupled with a stereo pair of visible light cameras. Number 2 is the LISTER, which stands for Lunar Instrumentation for Subsurface Thermal Exploration with Rapidity. This instrument will measure the heat flow of the moon's interior by drilling beneath the lunar surface, pausing at intervals to measure temperature changes, and the ability of the subsurface material to conduct heat. And the third is the SELENE, or the Site-Agnostic Energetic Lunar Ion and Neutron Environment. And the SELENE payload will provide new insight into the moon's radiation environment by studying, for the first time at the lunar surface, the radiation from both primary galactic cosmic rays and their secondary particles, and how this radiation interacts with the lunar regolith. NASA says that these 3 science experiments, which were selected through NASA's Payloads and Research Investigations on the Surface of the Moon Call for Proposals, do not require a specific landing site on the lunar surface to gather their data, and the space agency will assign them to specific CLPS delivery task orders at a later time. Congratulations to all 3 investigations teams. And Orion Space Solutions, which is a subsidiary of Arcfield, has been awarded a follow-on subcontract from Advanced Space to support Phase 2 of the Intelligence Advanced Research Projects Activity, or IARPA, Space Debris Identification and Tracking Program, known as SINTRA. Lots of acronyms in this one. This 2-year award builds on the success of Phase 1, where the team made breakthrough discoveries in the study of ionospheric interactions that were induced by orbital debris. Phase 2 will further refine and operationalize these methods for detecting and characterizing untracked objects through measurements of the plasma wave environment. And that wraps up today's Top 5 stories. Let's stay with us to find out who has retired from NASA, and what is the latest with this week's fantastically active geomagnetic storm. But before we get to both of those stories, N2K senior producer Alice Carruth is eagerly awaiting in the wings to share some of the other news stories that we are keeping an eye on. Go on, Alice. What do you got for us today?
I'm always poised and ready to jump in, Maria, with the other articles that we've included in the selected reading section of our show notes. We've got a glowing business report from Astra, updates on Vast Haven 1, Comtech's latest contract, and a Reuters write-up on investment growth in space. Those links, along with the original sources of all the other stories mentioned throughout the episode, can also be found on our website, space.n2k.com.
We'll be right back.
Ever wished you could rebuild your network from scratch to make it more secure, scalable, and simple? Meet Meter, the company reimagining enterprise networking from the ground up. Meter builds full-stack zero-trust networks, including hardware, firmware, and software, all designed to work seamlessly together. The result? Fast, reliable, and secure connectivity without the constant patching, vendor juggling, or hidden costs. From wired and wireless to routing, switching, firewalls, DNS security, and VPN, every layer is integrated and continuously protected in one unified platform. And since it's delivered as one predictable monthly service, you skip the heavy capital costs and endless upgrade cycles. Meter even buys back your old infrastructure to make switching effortless. Transform complexity into simplicity and give your team time to focus on what really matters, helping your business and customers thrive. Learn more and book your demo at meter.com/cyberwire. That's METER.com/cyberwire. When it comes to mobile application security, good enough is a risk. A recent survey shows that 72% of organizations reported at least one mobile application security incident last year, and 92% of responders reported threat levels have increased in the past 2 years. GuardSquare delivers the highest level of security for your mobile apps without compromising performance, time to market, or user experience. Discover how GuardSquare provides industry-leading security for your Android and iOS apps at www.guardsquare.com.
Welcome back. Just 2 quick mentions for our final segment of the day today. First up, our friends in Canada and in Europe, especially in the more northerly reaches, are way ahead of me on this one, but thanks to an X-class solar flare over the weekend, our planet was showered in severe levels of high-energy particles from the sun, and that resulted in some absolutely astounding auroral displays, especially in the northern hemisphere. ESA describes this solar flare as a notable space weather event, and while a solar flare of this level of intensity does, theoretically at least, put satellites at risk, so far we haven't heard any stories of actual effects on satellites, but that may take some time to come to public light. But anyway, in the meantime, over the last few days, I know I have been enjoying aurora photos, and the cross-Atlantic flights have been getting phenomenal views especially. There is still so much that we don't know and cannot predict about space weather just yet, but at least the aurora photos that we get out of it are very lovely. Please keep them coming. And the second bit of news for you today, a toast is in order for legendary astronaut Suni Williams, who just announced her retirement from her 27-year-long career at NASA. She logged 608 days in space in all, completed 9 spacewalks, and also ran the Boston Marathon in space. Can't even do that on the ground, let alone in space. That's pretty awesome. She is an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Suni Williams, congratulations on a very well-deserved retirement. And that's T-Minus, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We'd love to know what you think of this podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing space industry. If you like our show, please share a rating and review in your podcast app. Please also fill out the survey in the show notes or send an email to space@n2k.com. We are proud that N2K Cyberwire is part of the daily routine of the most influential leaders and operators in the public and private sector, from the Fortune 500 to many of the world's preeminent intelligence and law enforcement agencies. N2K helps space and cybersecurity professionals grow, learn, and stay informed. As the nexus for discovery and connection, we bring you the people, the technology, and the ideas shaping the future of secure innovation. Learn how at n2k.com. N2K senior producer is Alice Caruth. Our producer is Liz Stokes. We are mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester, with original music by Elliot Peltzman. Our executive producer is Jennifer Iben. Peter Kilby is our publisher, and I am your host, Maria Varmazis. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.
If you only attend one cybersecurity conference this year, make it RSAC 2026. It's happening March 23rd through the 26th in San Francisco, bringing together the global security community for 4 days of expert insights, hands-on learning, and real innovation. I'll say this plainly, I never miss this conference. The ideas and conversations stay with me all year. Join thousands of practitioners and leaders tackling today's toughest challenges and shaping what comes next. Register today at rsaconference.com/cyberwire26. I'll see you in San Francisco.